So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. It is another overcast and gloomy day today. We actually had a little bit of snow overnight, not much at all, and it's already kind of melted off. It's right around 35 degrees or something. But we're down here at the Woodyard, and right now I'm just kind of moving some of these firewood baskets out of the way. I'm going to be running the Sawmill tomorrow, I think. We're going to start sawing some white oak. And just trying to make some room here. We've got a whole bunch of baskets to fill up. Levi probably has about 4 or 5 cords of baskets filled up right now for next year. And we have some wood in the wood bunker. So we're chugging along. Getting ready for Christmas and all that, and then kind of looking forward to the first of the year. I am. But I got a great story to share with you. I read this yesterday on the Book of Faces, Facebook. I'm not a big Facebook guy. We have a Facebook page and all that, but it's just like the Wild West over there. On YouTube here, I don't know, we just have kind of a tight-knit community here. You know, when I publish a video in the morning and I start reading through some of the comments, I recognize everybody, and there's just more of a community feeling here than on Facebook. But anyway, Mike Rowe, I'm sure you know who he is from Dirtiest Jobs. Seems to be a great guy. I don't know him, but I like him. He posted this story. He was going to get a Uber from the hotel to the airport, but he decided to go with Lyft because Uber kept raising their rates or something. I don't know. So this guy shows up in a F-150 with a bunch of tools in the back, and he was his Lyft driver. And it goes on, but basically the guy had done all kind of things throughout his life. He was a plumber's helper, he did carpentry work, and you know, that's kind of right up Mike Rowe's alley. So he asked him about it, and he said, what do you do now? And the guy makes little camper trailers. They call them teardrop campers. I gotta move this one basket a little bit. And they only weigh like 1,000 pounds or something, but he custom builds these things in his own garage and sells them. So Mike Rowe asked him, you know, well, why are you doing the Lyft thing? And he said whenever he gets frustrated with something, he just hops in the truck, turns on the Lyft sign, gives people a ride. Said it calms them down. I thought it was a great story. And the neat part was, Mike Rowe asked him if he had a website, and he said, yeah, you got to have a website nowadays. He said, what's it called? And this guy didn't know who Mike Rowe was. He said he looked familiar, but he didn't know it was Mike Rowe. So he's probably got, you know, millions of followers or whatever. And so Mike Rowe posted his website, so I'm guessing he's very busy. But the name of his business is Mike's Pretty Good Trailers. I love it. That's a great name. Pretty Good Trailers. And they talked about that name. He said it sounds like, you know, he wants to under-promise and over-deliver instead of the other way around, which I think is a good way to do things. Everybody with a business, it's just beat into you to try to promote your product and show it in the best light possible. Where this guy's being a realist. Mike's Pretty Good Trailers. And then I don't think people's expectations are super high with a name like that, but I saw the pictures. They're a nice trailer, so they're going to be pleasantly surprised. So I thought that was a good story. But you never know who you're going to run into or who you're going to meet and what their story is. Everybody has a story. I like when you guys share bits and pieces of yours in the comments, but you know, you see people all the time out in the street and pass them on the road, and everybody has a story, and all we you ever hear about is the knuckleheads. You know what I mean? There's a lot of really good people out there. They're just out there doing their thing. This LX tractor, it's the 4020, Kubota LX 4020. I really like this tractor. Obviously with the forks, it doesn't lift near as much as like the skid loader. But what I like about this is it doesn't tear anything up like a skid loader. So if I'm just moving baskets or slabs off the mill like I'm attempting to do here right now, I don't think my forks are wide enough. This is a nice machine for that. We gotta get another bite here. Gotta center them up some. This is actually where I like the excavator with the rake. Just grab them. These ones are long ones. These are like 12, 13 feet. Then what happens is, on one of them, depending on the taper of the log, might be heavy on one end. Boy, this is not going the way I planned here. Yeah, it's heavy on one end, light on the other, and vice versa on the next one. We got him that time. In other news, Logger Wade, he started publishing videos again. I don't know if you guys watch Logger Wade or not. Real good guy. Great personality, passionate about what he does, and he just quit uploading videos. He's been at the YouTube thing a long time, and he just shut her down for about 6 months. And I was actually just thinking about him a couple weeks ago. I don't know why, but I was just thinking about Logger Wade, and I looked and he hadn't published a video in a long time. And then the very next week, or might have been a couple days later, I saw he started publishing videos again, so I was glad to see that. But I think he's been doing YouTube like since 2011, and it's a grind. It is. I enjoy doing it, but I think after 11 or 12 years, he took a well-deserved break. Now these slabs here, these are mostly just all bark. So they're going right in the old burn pit. We're going to get a rip-roaring fire going here, maybe later this week. We'll see. Next up, we're going to drop these forks off, put the bucket back on, and we're going to make a few firewood bundles. Not many. I got someone stopping over this evening for, what do they want? 10 bundles. That's all I need. But in order to do that, I need to re-split some wood a little bit. But the whole thing will take me 40 minutes or something, maybe. Not even that. I got a lot of nice bundle wood that's drying for next year. Everything's always next year. how to do her. All right, we're headed up to the house. I just talked to my customer that was coming over to get these bundles, and he said don't even worry about bundling it up. This is basically a trunk full of firewood, so it's not a lot of wood. However, on a per cord basis, you do pretty good selling these smaller quantities. So, but anyway, I don't have to bundle it. We'll load it right out of the bucket into his trunk. Next up, me and the hunt man, we have to run out for a little bit. I gotta tell you what he did this morning. So this morning, the hunt man and I, we went on our sheets run, right? And they're putting in a gas line for the new housing plan out the road. So they had a couple flaggers along the road. Traffic's down to one lane. And I'm the first truck in line, right? The flagger's standing right there. He's 5 feet from my truck. And Hunter's in the passenger seat, so he's even closer. Well, Hunter is not the most patient person, especially when it comes to going to Sheetz to get a chicken sandwich. And he doesn't talk or anything, but he keeps pointing at the flagger. The guy's looking right at us, and Hunter keeps pointing at him like he wants them to turn the sign from stop to slow. This guy's just looking at him. I don't know what to do. I mean, he must have done it 10 times. And then finally, the guy flipped the paddle, and we were gone. So if we go back out that way, we may go just a different direction. All right. Ready to go, Hunter? We're going to be a little more patient with the flaggers. We'll hope for the best. All right. The hunt man and I got back a little bit ago. We avoided running into that flagger again. You never know what Hunter's going to do. I'm sitting here at the table, getting warmed up by the fire. It is it's a damp cold today. It's about 35 degrees. It's just damp and cold. It is. But a couple things I want to mention that we're going to have coming up, even though it is wintertime. We got some pretty big things going on. I mentioned the other day about renting a larger excavator to get all the clearing done out in the woods. And that's something that I'm going to do possibly even next week. I'm going to have to see. I just keep checking the weather. It doesn't have to be frozen, but it would be nice if things just froze up a little bit. And we'll clear a bunch of trees, dig a bunch of stumps. Yeah, if you look at the 7-day forecast, there's really only one day next week they're calling for some rain. Actually on Sunday. And all next week looks pretty good. Lows 26, 28 degrees, highs 36, 38. But actually it looks pretty dry next week. So I will look into that. We're going to be going down to the cabin to get a few things done down there. Lots of firewood coming up, sawmilling, all that kind of stuff. Something else I wanted to mention. I've been dragging my feet on something, and I am going to include it in this video. I'm looking at my computer right now. A lot of people ask about certain things that we use, and I'll mention in a video, and then they go back and try to find it in a video, and it's hard to find sometime. So as far as all the small things, I'm going to put links in the description and a pinned comment as well, and we'll go over all that right now. All right, this is the list I made for myself. This will be the one that's in the description and pinned comment as well. Everybody always asks about these turbo blue torches. They're nice little torches. $19.99 for 3 of them. I use them for everything. They work great. Next up, rotating nozzle for the pressure washer. Erie Tools. Works fantastic. If you're going to get one of these, though, for like your deck or something, you're going to want to be careful. You're going to want to stay away from it a little bit. Or stickers and decals on equipment and tractors. But generally speaking, I have not had an issue with this at all. Works great. A little battery case. Everybody asks about this battery case. This is what I use for all my trail camera batteries for AA and AAA, and it has a battery tester in it as well. What else we got? the 3M Bluetooth headphones. I think everybody already has these. If you don't, they're fantastic. Running your log splitter, your tractor, you're listening to an audio book or taking a phone call, they're great. But I tell you what, something I noticed, the price of everything, I don't know if it's just Amazon, so check around. I swear these used to be like $60. Now they're $95. Next up, we've got the foam cannon. Everybody loves a quality foam cannon. This is the Chemical Guys with the Honeydew Snow Foam Auto Wash. It doesn't take much of this at all. One jug lasted me all summer long. Bosch laser measuring tool. Love it. If you have one, you know. Next up, these are the cell cameras that I use. These Spy Point, $119. They're pretty good. I only had a few little quirky issues, nothing too bad. I use them down in West Virginia, and I have one right now out by the mini cabin. I love checking trail camera pictures at night before I go to bed and first thing in the morning when I wake up. This is just a inexpensive general moisture meter. Probably wouldn't recommend this one for, big, beautiful walnut slabs that you're trying to get perfect. But for firewood, it has always served me well. And same thing, though. It's shown here it's 35% less. These used to be like $22. Now they're $32. QC Mate. If you need help getting your quick couplers, like say for your grapple on your tractor, hydraulic quick couplers, it makes it very easy. QC, it's the X-Boom by QC Mate, I think that's called. And what else? Shore can, gas can. Quality gas can right there. Now keep in mind, this nozzle on it right here, that folds down, works great. The flow, it's not super fast, but that's okay. And these are, how much are they? $62. Yeah. So those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are the 10 most asked about things that I've shown on the channel this past year. And people have got a lot of them. But all this stuff I've had good luck with. Haven't had any issues with any of it. So anyway, we got that out of the way. I wish maybe on our Facebook page, we do have a what we use page. We need to update that more because we get questions all the time. And I get it. It's hard to go back and find out where you saw something in a video, not knowing what video it is. But like, the Wolfe Ridge, it's a Pro 28C. The work brow rake for the excavator. I had no idea we would get so many people ask about it. That is a work brow rake. But maybe that's what we'll do. We'll update our website with everything that we use. And then when someone has a question, they can just go there and check it out. And speaking of our website, don't forget, I mentioned this the other day. If you go to our website, outdoorswiththemorgans.com, as soon as it comes up, there will be a pop-up. You enter your email address and hit submit, and you will be signed up for our newsletter. Last time I mentioned it, a lot of people were emailing us just saying they want to be on the newsletter. You got to go to the website and put it in there yourself. Outdoorswiththemorgans.com, click submit. But I think that's about it. I appreciate y'all being here. I really do. And I hope everyone has a good remainder of your day and a good Christmas coming up. And I'm ready for some snow, like some real snow. We'll see what happens. I may have to go to West Virginia to get it, but whatever. But I think that's about it. Appreciate y'all being here, and I will catch you on the next one.